Hey there everybody, welcome back again. Today we're doing a fuel filter on an E46 BMW, and so far I've already got it on stands so you don't have to watch me jack this thing up. And I've crawled underneath the car already and removed this panel. So this panel is held on by a few 8mm screws and a couple of 8mm speed nuts. So our fuel filter is underneath the car. We have two hoses here, one fuel hose there, and then one vacuum hose. So the first thing we're going to do is take our ratcheting screwdriver and loosen the very odd little screws. Actually, I'm going to have to go back and get like a 6mm nut driver. Because all those look like they have a Phillips head in them, they do not. And in fact, a 6 really doesn't even fit properly. And a 5.5 doesn't really fit either. Okay, so We're just going to have to go with the 6. It kind of fits, not the greatest. So we're going to aim it more this way. All right, so what we're going to do is just go ahead and do my best to unscrew these. We might be swapping these out for some proper fitting things because these are pretty beat, and I want to be able to tighten my hose clamps back up when I'm finished. So the first thing I'm going to do is get these loose enough where I can slide them down the hose here, because I want to be able to pull the hoses off the fuel filter without damaging them. I'm pretty sure this is an original fuel filter. It doesn't look like it's ever been changed. And the vacuum line that fits in the end where the fuel pressure regulator is just kind of rotted away completely. This car runs pretty poorly. So I'm going to get this thing unbolted from the frame rail here, or the body pan, and get these things slid down, and I will dig up a few more hose clamps before I put it back together, because like I said, I want to make sure that I can tighten it. The next thing I have here is a nice little trim tool, so I can try to free up my hoses a little bit, and I might need to get a different trim wedge to do this with, because I need one that'll fit around the hose. Go ahead and loosen the clamp that holds the fuel filter in place. Have an oil drain to catch any fluids. Move my. So we see we can use a trim tool to put on here and get these hoses to slide without damaging them like that. So now that we know that we can slide the hoses off, we're going to remove this clamp and get it out of the way. Now this is going to just slide over like that. We have our brand new with pressure regulator and the rubber sleeve, which means we don't even need this sleeve anymore, so it can stay on here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is move some of this stuff out of the way. Grab my drain And we're going to go ahead and pop this end here off to the outlet to the engine. And I want to see what the fuel looks like coming out. And get rid of that. Slide a new hose clamp on. And again, I'm going to leave these two. Move this way because I don't want to ruin my cardboard that I use. Now these I'm going to put on opposites where I have them facing outside on both sides. Now I should have pointed out that it's important to pay attention because you have an inlet and an outlet here, and they're only going to fit one way, and if you put them on the wrong way, well, they're not going to fit properly. And you're also going to have problems with the car running properly because it's going to have the fuel trying to go backwards through the filter, which has a return system inside it, and you don't want to have it going the wrong way. So the line with the blue is your return. The line that's black is your feed. Actually, I believe I told you wrong there. So that's back in. We have our vacuum line facing outwards the way it was before. We have our clamps here now that are proper 6mm fasteners. So Make those nice and snug. And we're also going to go ahead and get some new vacuum hose because, again, the vacuum hose that was on here was completely rotted. And, you know, if you're not getting your vacuum down to your fuel pressure regulator, it's going to cause the car to run poorly. So we'll go ahead and slip that onto here. Get what's left of this vacuum hose off of this because it's completely dry rotted. Now, ideally, this would have been way better with a little elbow, but I didn't have one, so we'll just have to kind of let it hang right there. The vacuum hose still has a nice smooth bend, so that's good. Now, the next thing is I'm going to take this and get it into place. Like that. And what I'm going to end up having to do is take this rubber sleeve and slide it because that doesn't fit quite right. And we want to isolate it better. So we're going to pull this off and try to slide this. I'm probably going to have to get some silicone spray and slide underneath to be able to get this to move. But since I don't have any silicone spray with the straw on the sprayer, we'll just spray some WD-40 under here, and then under this side, and that should allow the sleeve to slide. Okay, there we go. That should be about perfect. Right there. And yeah, right in the middle. So we're good. Now we have the rubber sleeve put right in the place it needs to be. And go ahead and tighten down our clamp. Then we're going to go up top and go ahead and connect the other end of the vacuum hose. So now we're really leaned over because of the way the car is positioned. But the other end of the vacuum hose comes up and connects right here. There's a big long pipe, as we can see right there. So we're going to fix that. So we're going to take a sharp blade and just slide through the rubber piece so we can easily remove it, or make it a little easier to remove. And then get another little section of vacuum hose. Which I have right here. Now, this car I'm also going to do some spark plugs on because it did have misfires kind of across the board, and it hasn't been done in a while. So that's kind of it for doing a fuel filter, except for putting the little cover piece back on. So that's kind of it. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back and watch some more videos and help me build the channel up. Thank you.